Welcome everybody. My topic for today is coronavirus and how to prevent. Before that, please press like, share to your friends and relatives around the globe, and press subscribe. Thank you and enjoy watching.
The new strain of coronavirus has infected thousands of people, mostly in China, killed hundreds in the country, and prompted the World Health Organization to declare a global health emergency. Here's what we know so far. Coronaviruses are a large family of viruses that can cause potentially deadly diseases in mammals and birds. There are many kinds of coronaviruses, but only a handful are known to affect humans. Diseases range from the common cold to SARS, which infected more than 8,000 people and killed 813 in 2002 to 2003. Another well-known coronavirus is MERS, which was first identified in Saudi Arabia in 2012. At nearly 2,500, its rate of infection is lower than SARS but proved deadlier. More than 850 have died from it. In humans, coronaviruses are typically spread through airborne droplets of an infected person's fluid. It's believed SARS, MERS, and this new virus were first transmitted from animal to human, before being spread between humans. It's believed this new virus, officially 2019 nCoV, was transmitted from an animal to a human at this seafood and live animal market in Wuhan, China. Most of the people first infected with the virus had been to the market, which has been shut down. Since then, the virus has spread to others who had not been to the market. The number of human-to-human transmissions is rising. So far, officials are basing much of their knowledge of the coronavirus on what they know about the others. According to the World Health Organization, signs of infection include a fever, cough, and breathing difficulties. More severe symptoms include pneumonia and kidney failure. But since a lot of the symptoms resemble that of the common flu, the only real way to know if you've been infected is to be tested. There is no specific cure for this new virus, but there are treatments available for many of its symptoms. There are cases of people who have been treated successfully and released from hospital. Antibiotics are not effective because they only work against bacteria, not viruses. But patients hospitalized for coronavirus may receive antibiotics because bacterial co-infection is possible. Since this virus is new, there is no vaccine for it, and it's possible there won't be one for years. People of all ages can be infected by the virus, but their symptoms are dependent on how healthy they are. Older people with pre-existing health issues such as asthma, diabetes, and heart disease appear to be more vulnerable to becoming severely ill once infected. Health officials say many people infected only show mild symptoms, which can be effectively treated. Though the number of people infected has surpassed SARS, this coronavirus is believed to be far less deadly. The mortality rate was 10% among SARS patients and 34% among MERS patients. Right now, available statistics put the virus's mortality rate at around 2%. Despite this, the number of infections and deaths have risen every day, sometimes dramatically. The WHO has declared a global health emergency, but it stressed it took the decision to help countries with weaker healthcare systems deal with the virus. Wuhan, which is believed to be the epicenter of the virus, has been under lockdown since January 23rd. Other cities in Hubei province, of which Wuhan is the capital, are under lockdown too. Road, sea, and air traffic is highly restricted as Chinese authorities fight the outbreak. Other countries have also taken big steps. Some are denying entry to people who have recently traveled to Hubei province or other parts of mainland China. A few countries are requiring those returning from China to enter quarantine. Hong Kong has taken steps to reduce the number of people coming in from mainland China, but has stopped short of fully closing its borders. Health officials say the best way to avoid the new coronavirus is to take the same measures you would use to protect yourself against the flu. Avoid close contact with anyone with a cough or fever. Wash your hands thoroughly and regularly, and wear a surgical mask when going out. Cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze with a tissue and dispose of used tissues in a trash bin right after you use them. And if you start to feel ill or show any symptoms, see a doctor right away. Common sense and extra vigilance are the key to minimizing your chances of infection.
Says it is working to ensure production of some 35 million more face masks every month to protect healthcare workers. Right now, doctors are working together to create a vaccine for coronavirus. Doctors say the coronavirus is probably more contagious than the flu because it tends to stay on dry surfaces for a longer period of time. They say they'd like to see a vaccine on the market in just 6 months, but it could take about a year because of regulatory hurdles.
Hopefully it's a matter of a few months before we get something that can go out for regulations, and hopefully the FDA and other regulatory bodies will be quick to adopt this and really allow this to go into the market if it's safe enough.
Until a vaccine is developed, doctors encourage everyone to do their part to prevent the virus from spreading.
We now share about what we know about this novel coronavirus. This virus comes from the family of coronavirus, which includes other viruses such as MERS and SARS, as well as the milder variants causing common cold. The medical consensus at this moment is that the novel coronavirus is more transmissible, but appears less deadly than SARS. Evidence suggests that the rate of human-to-human transmission of this virus appears to be higher than that of SARS. For now, the evidence also suggests that transmission is mostly via droplets. What this means is that the virus is carried within droplets emitted from an infected person over a short distance, such as when a person coughs or sneezes. If these droplets come into contact with the eyes, nose, or mouth of an individual, directly or indirectly through hands that have come into contact with these droplets, the individual may become infected. To clarify, there is no evidence currently to suggest that the virus is airborne. There are other viruses, such as the chickenpox, which can easily be transported via air currents and do not require droplets to contact the eyes or nose. The novel coronavirus is not in this category of viruses. The novel coronavirus could also transmit through surface contact. Let me explain. When a person sneezes or coughs, the droplets fall onto the surfaces of tables and chairs, and the virus may remain alive for up to a few days. When someone else touches the surfaces of these tables and chairs, the virus can be transferred to his hands, and if he then rubs his eyes or nose without washing his hands, he may become infected. So we should wash our hands. This is also why we only quarantine the close contacts of confirmed cases. For more transient contacts, such as individuals that the confirmed cases may have walked past in malls or hotels, the risk of transmission is low. For coronavirus generally, the person is most infectious when he is displaying symptoms, or what you call symptomatic. And this is likely to be the case for the novel coronavirus as well. There is evidence of limited spread from a person without symptoms during the incubation period. However, this form of transmission may be uncommon and has so far involved isolated cases only. At this point, the evidence still points towards higher transmissibility when the person is displaying symptoms. As such, medical professionals, both overseas and in Singapore, have advised that the most effective way that we can protect ourselves is to practice good personal hygiene. We should regularly wash our hands with soap and water and avoid touching our face with our hands. These may sound simple, but actually they're very difficult to do because all of us touch our face all the time. Even at a meeting when we have on this ministry task force, while I was speaking, I was touching my face until Minister Lawrence Wong nudged me with his elbow and said, "Stop touching your face." So it is simple but extremely difficult, but are actually very effective in preventing all kinds of infection. Potential infection from asymptomatic persons, in fact, is less likely to be from coughing or sneezing directly because they don't have symptoms. They are not sneezing or coughing, but more likely by touching contaminated surfaces, for which masks offer no protection. Wearing a mask when we are well often gives us a false sense of security instead, and we are more likely to touch our faces when we constantly adjust our masks, which is one way the disease spreads. At the same time, we need to protect others, our loved ones, friends, colleagues, and fellow Singaporeans that we come into contact with. If we are sick, we should rest and recover at home as far as possible. If we do need to go out to see a doctor, for example, we should wear a surgical mask to protect others. So this is when mask is needed, when we are unwell and have to go out.
Hi! Thank you for watching the video that I share. I hope you learned something. It's so easy and simple to prevent coronavirus, right? And no need to panic. What you do is just wash your hands with soap and water for 8 seconds. And if you're in the public area, don't ever touch your face, especially your eyes, nose, and mouth. I have something to share to everybody, tips how to prevent coronavirus inside your home. Number 1, you need either the following: 70% alcohol, hydrogen peroxide, Clorox wipes. Why? Because before you enter your house or touch the doorknob, the main doorknob, you have to wipe your hands with either the following that I mentioned: 70% alcohol, hydrogen peroxide, or Clorox wipes. Number 2, leave your shoes, outside the house. Wear only indoor slippers or shoes inside the house. Number 3, wash immediately your hands with soap and water for 8 seconds. Number 4, change your outdoor clothes to indoor clothes. If you do all that, you're ready to touch anything inside your house or give a hug to your kids. I hope you will do this into practice. Thank you for watching my video, and don't forget to like, share to your friends and relatives around the globe in order they will be aware and know how to prevent coronavirus to spread. Don't forget to press subscribe. Thank you and have a good day.